All right, here we are. It's Thursday in Jupiter, Florida. We are at Cardinals spring training, day number 3 for me here on ClaibsOnline, and day number 1 for this man. He is Bengie Molina, part of the Spanish broadcast team for the St. Louis Cardinals and former St. Louis Cardinal. What's going on, Bengie?
Oh, nothing, Joe. I think it's nice now. The spring training has finally arrived. You know, the Spanish radio guys are here. Now we can go on with the spring training.
How many spring training? What year was your first ever spring training?
Wow, 98.
98?
97.
Okay.
That was my first time going on to a spring training with the Angels in Arizona. Then after that, I haven't stopped, obviously, until 2010.
So you missed one in 2010. I'm talking but you have been to them. Okay, yeah.
This as a broadcaster, probably not too long. They just started taking us here probably I would say 3 or 4 years.
Has there been a year that you did not go to Arizona or Jupiter? I mean, with your brother too, is there a year that you have completely missed a spring training since 98?
I don't now that you mention it, no, because when I retired, right away I went with the Angels and did a week with them with the young guys, and a couple of times I did it 3 years, and then I went to the radio. So hey, there's the man of the hour right there. But yeah, no, I haven't missed. It'll be pretty weird.
Right.
When I miss one.
Right. So who was in that 98 camp, that Angels camp? Who would that have been? Garrett Anderson,
Tim Salmon. Yeah, they're in Erstad. Wow. Matt Wahlbeck. I'm trying to think Fabregas, Todd Green. Torrey Glaus, Gary DiSarcina, Randy Velarde. I don't remember when Mo Bung got in.
And that was what, 3? Was that 3 years before you guys won the World Series? Was it 01 or 02?
02.
02
was 4 years. Yeah, 3 years, 4 years.
So some of the pieces were there. You had some of the pieces in place.
Yeah, at the time when 2000 came in, everybody, the older guys started heading out.
Yeah.
We only kept obviously the Salmon, the Erstad, the Gar Anderson, Torrey Glaus and stuff, but they all started fading away from the old school. But then after that, we had a lot of other young guys, younger pitching, and that's when really we took off, for real. We had really, not that we didn't have talent before, because they were talented, but we got united and we just took off.
What have been? We were talking about it a little earlier, just kind of the changes that we're seeing in spring training, the length of time at spring training. Mm-hmm. So that first one for you is how old were you? Would you have been there in 98? Would you
21.
So you're just a 21-year-old kid showing up to spring training there, and you're saying what? So back then, I mean, we saw pitchers and catchers. They just reported on Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
That was
and they're
8
ready
days
to
ago.
play games.
Yeah, and they're getting ready to play games. I mean, it's so different these days with just the preparedness of these players.
10 days later, they're ready to go.
Yeah.
So they started 24. So they reported on the 14th, man, 10 days. I didn't see that before. It was 2 weeks, pitchers and catchers, 2 full weeks. And then the guys showed up to have the live pitching. And then we started games later. But right now, everything is cramped up for these guys. And I think also they're trying to shorten it out, so something shorter. It had to do with obviously the budget on the teams. They don't have to spend that much money in spring training. But yeah, man, it's shorter now. I wish it was back then. It was like that.
I was gonna say 2 weeks of just pitchers and catchers. I mean, you're begging to see the face of a second baseman.
If we were lucky,
by then.
If we were lucky, we had a week and a half of pitchers and catchers. If we were lucky, but most of it was 2 weeks.
The off-season training too. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, that's the reason for the short and length. Is that off-season training? It really just doesn't stop. I mean, maybe a guy will take November off, or if they don't make the playoffs, maybe October. But it is, I mean, we're not talking February is the first time they're picking up a baseball or doing anything. I mean, they are coming in best shape of their lives.
A lot of times, Joe, they need to understand that. They need to understand that once the season's over, you take 1 month or month and a half to, you can have a vacation maybe with your family, you hang out a month and a half the most, and then you have to start training your body back again because February you just show up real quick for us. So we don't stop, man. I just saw a video with Patrick Mahomes the other day. He's already training for next year. And if you go to the playoff, you add that month. You know what I'm saying? So it's adding more months, and then you have to.
That's not even training. I mean, you're just maintaining at that point. You're maintaining, hoping to stay healthy. And,
if you go all the way to the World Series, when did it end? Right in like late October. So then you have
early November now. I mean,
early November. So now you have November off.
Yeah.
Then you have to start training at some point in December, so you can be ready in February. You know your body and all that. So it's good.
Here comes your broadcast partner, Polo Asensio.
Yes.
You pull up a stool or just stand behind us.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on. We got enough room for you. Look at how much space we have left for your head right here, Polo.
Hey, why his head? Why his head? Come on, man.
Yeah, I'll be the catcher.
I don't even think I can do that.
I had to stretch. What's up, Joe?
What's going on, Polo? You had yourself quite an adventure to get here, huh?
It was an adventure.
How long were you in the airport?
Not that long, to be honest.
You left as soon as it got canceled?
Yeah, like Tuesday morning, right? The airport, I don't know if Benji knows the whole story. The airport where I live, Santa Barbara, it was closed on Sunday evening because it was raining. So they closed the airport all Sunday, all Monday. I'm supposed to get out of Santa Barbara Tuesday morning. And I get to the airport. They open the airport. Okay. So when I get there, it was a disaster. Like people trying to get in the plane and everything. At the end, they didn't let me on the plane that I was supposed to be. They pushed me an hour later, and that was going to make me miss my flight. At the end, I went back home. I didn't cry. I didn't scream because I was at home. So I just went back home for another day. And then yesterday, it was a long trek, but hey, we're here. That's what's important. And you're here.
I'm leaving tonight. I'm leaving tonight.
Flooding,
6:50.
right?
Yeah.
Flooded.
Raining.
Crazy. That area.
Well, we're about to do an interview with this man. You guys, how many Spanish broadcasts are you guys doing in spring training?
Spring training, we're doing Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
And then we go home. And then we come back. For now, the plan is opening day in St. Louis. So, but hopefully there's something, a little surprise or something. I'm still hoping.
All right.
To do something before, but if not,
they'll find it. I mean, that Dodger press box is kind of hard to find extra space.
Trust me, I know my way around there. I know my way around there.
Don't go away, okay? You got Jason right here pretty soon. You're done with us, the Spanish.
It's Polo.
Easy's coming in, okay?
It's Bengie, Spanish broad announce team for the St. Louis Cardinals here on ClaibsOnline.
Good to see you, bud. You too, man.